Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Miss Shawnta, and you are listening to Queen's Conversations. I am back, honey, and I'm not going anywhere. I will have some callers calling in tonight, but first let me say thank you for listening to me, and thank you for your support. So we're going to be talking about a variety of different things tonight. Most importantly, we're going to reintroduce me back to the world, and I have my first caller online, so we're going to get him on. Hey, Jamal. This is Miss Shawnta with Queen's Conversations. Thank you so much for calling in. How are you? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Jamal? Hello? It seems that we might be having some other issues going on here. We'll wait till he gets on the call. But personally, we are doing a comeback show. Hello? Hello? I'm not sure if Jamal can hear, but we're going to start anyway. Again, my name is Shawnta, Miss Shawnta to those who know me from Facebook, Shawnta C. Richard from those that know me from my books, and also to my friends, the one and only Boss Queen, Boss Lady, all that good stuff. You know I love clowning, so don't worry about it. Anyway, I have come back to talk to you guys about any and everything that you want to talk about. So let's get started, shall we? Right now, I do want to talk about, are books still relevant to people? Do we have any, artists out there, as far as talented writers out there that we still like to hear from? I mean, you tell me, what is it that you're looking for outside of social media? Hold on. I think I have another caller. Hold on. Hello, this is Shawnta. You're live on Queen's Conversations with Miss Shawnta. Who is this?
Hello. Sorry, I was just
doing
a courtesy flush. I'm taking a huge shit. I was taking a courtesy flush. But,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who am I speaking with?
This is Marsh. Hang on. I can't talk and push out at the same time. This is Marshall.
Oh, okay.
This is Marshall.
Marshall.
Sorry.
How are you, Marshall?
I'm pooping.
Oh,
I've had to poop since 8 a.m. this morning, and I actually haven't been able to poop it out until now.
Okay. Hold on.
Hang on.
Hello? All right. I don't know who Marshall was. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, this is not that kind of show. Hey, Jamal, are you on the air? Hello, Jamal? All right. Looks like we lost another caller, and that's pretty much okay. I definitely want to make sure that everybody does get a chance to speak with me and talk about any situation that they want to talk about. However, tonight we are talking about book lovers, writers, authors, all kinds of stuff like that. And I want to know what it is that you're looking for. Hold on one second. We might have someone on the air. Hold on. Hey, this is your girl, Shawnta. Who am I talking with?
Jamal.
Oh, hello, Jamal. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling in. We do have another caller on the line, so hold tight 1 second.
All right.
This your girl, Miss Shawnta. Who's on the line? I have Jamal, and who else is calling in? Hello, you're on the air with Miss Shawnta. Who's this? All right, so we're going to go ahead and disconnect that. I don't either. Jamal, thank you so much for calling in. You are one of my first callers for my new season. We are talking about any and everything, but the first thing that we did want to talk about is I want you to answer this question because you love debating. You tell me, are books a lost art now? Do you think their books are relevant still? And what are your takes on that? And then we can curve the conversation the other way.
My thought on books, I would think as far as newer books, if you're not doing actually like, you know what I'm saying, like if you're not doing like auto books or something like that, then I would say books are a lost cause just as far as people actually going into Barnes and Nobles and actually sitting down or going in and actually buying a book and sitting down with it. I know that they have books on your phone now, so anything that's not electronic, I would say it's a lost cause. As far as somebody actually going on their phone and actually downloading the book, I feel like they'll read it, or if it's an auto book, it sucks. But people will listen to a book before they actually read it.
And why do you think that is? Do you think they're so used to the social media life that we have now as far as all these different internet ways of doing stuff, or do you think it's pure laziness?
No, I think it's a little bit of both. As far as laziness, I would say it's a little bit of that because I don't want to say nobody because I don't want to pigeonhole anything, but as far as like reading and things like that, it sucks, but a lot of people are not reading. But social media has changed. I'm being honest. I mean, social media has changed a lot of things as far as communication, as far as reaching out to people that are not in the same places as you, or the same state as you, or somebody that you can reach out and touch.
Hey,
so
shut up, Jamal. Shut up. Shut up.
Who is that?
I'm talking now. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm talking now.
And who is this?
I don't think people read. Hello. I don't think people. It's Marshall. I'm done taking a shit now.
Hi, Marshall.
Thank you. I don't think people. Can I talk, please?
Go ahead. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Shush, Jamal. I don't think people read. Shush. I don't think people read. What's so fucking funny?
Oh, wait, no, you go.
Okay, so first, let me say this, Marshall. I will let you speak, but let's tone down the cursing and everything. Not tonight, okay?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
That's fine, but go ahead and make your point, love.
All right, my point is that I don't think people read because half the books that are out here, they're just fucking stupid.
Okay, and that's a valid point. What would you want to read right now if you could have any author in the world right now write something? What would interest you? You don't read.
I wouldn't read. I would just watch porn. Maybe some ebony porn, cum shot porn.
Marshall, I got a question. So if porn came in a book, would you actually read that book for the porn, or would you actually watch the video on that porn?
How do you think I'm going to jerk off to a bunch of words? Are you fucking stupid?
Actually, there are people that do. There are people that do.
I'm going to watch some big black titties. I'm going to watch some big black titties on my computer.
Hear me out. So I want you to legitimately answer that question. Would you, if you had porn, because they have books out there that you can read. So if it was a book that you can read instead of watching a video, would you watch that video or would you read it in a book? I'm asking a legitimate question.
I just said no because looking at the word titty doesn't get me aroused. I want to see a pair of big black titties with some big black nipples.
Right. So if I'm saying that, if I'm actually going to read a book, if I'm going to read that book, or if I'm going to actually listen to an actual thing on that book, I would rather listen to it than actually read it.
Blah blah blah.
Okay.
You got it, Marshall.
So you guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious.
Go watch
Marshall,
porn,
I want
Jamal,
to thank you.
Tell me if you would jerk off to the word titty. Type titty on your computer and tell me if you would jerk off to it.
Well, no, I actually wouldn't, but that's the point that I'm proving. I would rather listen to it or rather see it and actually watch it on a movie than actually read it in a book. So if I'm going to read it in a book, no, I wouldn't. So answer my question. Would you actually read it in a book or would you watch it on a video?
Right now. You can listen to it right now. I'll role play, and then you can jerk off. Oh, Jamal.
Actually, Marshall, this is not what we're going to do right now. But thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Marshall. Appreciate it, bro.
Good God. Thank you for entertaining that, Jamal. I think we have another caller, and we're going to see if they're going to come on, and if not, we'll continue the conversation.
All right.
Hey, you're live with Miss Shawnta and Jamal. Who's on the line?
Hi, this is Jamal's aunt. No, I don't think people will read.
Hey.
What?
Well, welcome to Miss Conversations with Shawnta.
Hi, Miss Shawnta. I just wanted to listen, but that guy was really, he was off the rocker.
It was irritating. It was irritating.
Yes,
What my show is going to allow anybody and everybody to say what they need to say, but yes, I do have the right to disconnect, and he had his time. So I am going to ask you the question, Miss Jamal's aunt. What do you think about what do you think about the writing that's out there today? Do you think books are a lost cause? Do people still really read anymore? And then what are your thoughts on, what Mr. Marshall said? He stated that people don't read anymore, and he kind of didn't let the conversation go to where, porn could be read because that's what erotica books are. How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts?
Well, now with the world as being electronically run, pretty much, you have a lot of people who go to the library and check out DVDs, and as they're driving, they're listening to the book instead of reading it. And a lot of people can visualize more so by listening to someone like dictating or reading it to them for more than they can read it on their own. Because some people use words that, it mean the same thing, but then they don't went all over there to put the word together instead of just using plain basic language where people can understand. So I think a lot of people would probably not read a book. I used to read books, and then I started reading. I just stopped. I was reading Carl Weber and Michael Basin book, actually. And
those are one of my favorite authors, by the way. They're very good. And I do encourage the audio books as well because, like you said, the times are changing. But at the same time, there are still people that love the feel of a book. They love to turn the page.
If you have the
like
time.
And if you have the time, So I definitely think both sides to it are still relevant. But let me ask you this. What was your favorite book that you read when you were coming up? And Jamal, you get the same question when she's done.
Well, I didn't start reading until I got to be an adult, actually. And my sister, one of my sisters, got me into reading. And like I said, I got into Carl Weber, which is a good author. I read Zane and Michael Basin and Coldest Winter. I don't know who that's by, and a few other books. And I found them very good. But
awesome.
you have to have the time to do that. Like on a vacation with nothing to do but look at beautiful ocean instead of letting your mind roam somewhere. You can read a book, you know what I mean? So it takes a lot, and you have to be committed into doing that. To walk into a library and say, I'm going to buy this book for this author, this, that, and the other. And, like I say, a lot of people might just listen to the tape, and get it from there.
Right. Jamal, who was your favorite author if you read for entertainment?
Well, the last book, if I'm going to read a book, it has to be something that is relatable to me or something that I feel like is a focus that I have going on in my current life. But the last book I actually read cover to cover was Tony Dungy's life story. I actually read that, and it was pretty good because he talked about coaching, and he kind of related his life to coaching. So it kind of related to me, and it opened my eyes up to a lot of things as far as trying to relate football to my actual life. So that was the last book that I actually read, and I encourage anybody that's listening. It's not just a football book, but it's a book that actually teaches you about life skills and how to actually maneuver through life, going through different situations. But that would be the last book that I actually read. I don't know if he came out with another one. As far as I know, it's only one book, and it was his autobiography. But other than that, that's it.
I think that's fascinating that you did find something that you could relate to and you did take something out of it, because I do know you did play football in high school. And so at the end of the day, there are not a lot of men that actually read books or read it for pleasure. They have to read it for school or read it for work or whatever. And so to even mention that you could relate to it and you took something out of it, that's awesome. So I definitely applaud you for, stating that. Now, I'm glad both of you guys have called in. Did you have anything else you want to talk about? Because it's just you two on the phone with me, and we can talk about whatever you like. As I stated, this is my show. I run it. However, I want to give everybody a chance to speak their piece until it gets a little inappropriate. I'm the only one that can get inappropriate on Queen's Conversations with Miss Shawnta. So, Jamal, I know that you love asking questions about any and everything. So speak your piece, bro. Go ahead.
No, I mean, a lot of questions that I ask, I try to keep it controversial. And I like to play both sides. I love to play, devil's advocate and stuff like that. So I might ask a question that I actually believe in, or something that I don't believe in, but I make you think that I believe in it, but I really don't because I like to debate. But I'm just saying, like, some of the questions that I put up, they're very controversial. About a woman would you stay with a guy, that doesn't have the money or go out on a date with him because they're broke at that time? Should he be going on a date, or should he be staying home stacking his money and stuff like that? So a lot of my questions, I just like people to go back and forth with this. So like I told somebody else, it may be something that happens day to day in my life. It may not be. And sometimes I want point of views on different things. So if it pop up, I can be able to have different point of views. So I don't actually have a question right now.
We have another caller. Hold on. We have another caller, and they may be able to. Yes.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say we have another caller, and maybe they'll strike your interest. So let's see who this is. Hi, you're on the air with Miss Shawnta, Queen's Conversations. Who's calling?
Greetings, Shawnta. My name is Sapphire.
Hi, Sapphire. How are you?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I am fabulous. Thank you for calling the show, and I'm glad you're listening. I'm pretty sure you're listening because of Mr. Jamal. He has this big page now talking about I have a question, so I definitely appreciate y'all.
She doesn't know
it don't matter.
No.
Nice to meet you, Sapphire.
Well, actually, I'm not listening because of Jamal. I was not familiar with him before this particular podcast.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm just going to keep it real.
You're fine.
I'm actually calling because I am an avid book reader. I love books.
Oh,
I always have.
Yes.
Yeah, so my favorite thing.
Reader on.
Yes. My favorite things are shoes and books. And I like to put on my new shoes and spread my new books, my latest books out over the bed, and I feel so rich when I have new books.
She said you feel rich, y'all. I love it. Tell me, who is your favorite author? Who is your favorite author?
Well, it's a two-pronged answer for me because my favorite author is not necessarily the books that I will purchase and spend tons of money on. Okay, if that makes sense to you. I like reading J. California Cooper, Alice Walker, Zora Neale Hurston. I love the greats. I love reading their stuff. But as far as what I will spend my money on, in excess of $100 per book, is books about the ancient esoteric wisdom of the Black woman. I am obsessed with books that speak to the lives of the ancient Black woman. And I want to give you a book that I think is just awesome. Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, this book is the title is The Return of the Serpents of Wisdom by Mark Amaru Pinkham. And that's the Return of the Serpents of Wisdom. Now, the reason I'm bringing this book forward is because I have been reading about the Black woman's history for probably 8 years now, and it is so hidden. It is so hidden that you have to understand how to decipher these books. Now, this man wrote about the Nagas, and I know that the Nagas were Black women. And in this book, it's really difficult for him to try to hide their history, but he does try to do it. But what I appreciate about the book is he goes into detail about the temples of light all over the world. The temple, the pyramids at Giza, the temples at Teotihuacan and Chichen Itza, the temples at Cambodia, Angkor Wat. All of those temples were built by Black women a very, very, very long time ago, at least 90,000 plus years ago. And just understanding their history, the deep and profound sciences that they brought to the world, pi, geometria, geometrics, any spiritual or religious modality that we know about today is but a spinoff or a knockoff of the original Black woman's spiritual modality. So
that's very interesting.
What I like.
Very interesting. And I'm glad you called in and shared that wisdom with us, too, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people do not know about stuff like that. And I will definitely, spread that word of those types of books. My last question for you before I go ahead and get off the air is, what do you think about reading being a lost art? Do you agree with actually reading a book cover to cover, or do you like listening to them, or do you do both?
I'll do both, but for books that are serious and books that I feel are edifying for me, I need to read it from cover to cover because I'm going to go over chapters. Now, when I listen to something, it's going to be something boring that I don't want to spend my money on, something that's really tangible for me. So the books that are serious, I need to have them in my hand, and I need to go from cover to cover. And reading is a lost art because we have so many gadgets and toys, if you will, that people are accustomed to just listening to things on their phones or, just listening while they're working. But reading is an entirely different experience because what it does for the mind and listening as opposed to reading is like crawling and running. Crawling, I agree. Listening and running. I'm making the parallel of that to reading. So reading is fundamental, and it's a great exercise for your mind, your vocabulary, and just your the deepest crevices of your mind will be enhanced by reading, no matter what you read, even if you don't like it.
Exactly.
So listen,
I want to thank you so much. I mean, this was awesome. You calling in, and I want you to, keep listening. We are going to do weekly podcasts. I also do have a YouTube page, and I am also a published author, and I will be coming back out shortly, too. So I want to thank you again, and please feel free to share this with your friends, okay?
I will do.
All right. Take care, love. All right, you guys, this has been a very interesting show. We have 7 minutes left. I think we still have, hello, this is Miss Shawnta. You're back on the air.
Yeah, my Metro just went out on me, so I just dialed back in to listen.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I am just wrapping up with the show. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about or that you had any opinions on?
No, I was just listening, calling in for the first time. I saw it posted on Facebook, and when you say you was having my nephew as guest, I say, let me see what's on his mind and why he home on a Friday night this time of night.
Well, he actually was not home, but I will say that he is a good friend, and we always have these debates on Facebook. So I told him, look, I have a podcast. You're more than welcome to come on it, and if you ever want to, shoot the breeze, go ahead and call in. So I appreciate you calling in and listening and supporting, and you can feel free to call in anytime as well, okay?
Okay. Is it every Friday night
Thank
at
you.
the same time?
It'll probably be so. I'm pretty boring. I don't have a life, so I'm just going to give y'all what I got. I'm going to give it to you raw. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling in. And everybody out there, I appreciate you once again. We are going to try to do this more on a regular basis. I have missed you guys. I've missed the feedback. I missed the whole, ambiance of doing my blog talk. And, for me, it's a little therapeutic. It's also fun. I get to share ideas with you. You get to share ideas with me. And so I want you guys to, keep listening. I will have this podcast downloaded for you guys. It is downloadable. So if you're missing it, hey, I'm sorry, but guess what? You can listen to it later, and you can listen to it at your leisure. I will also put this on my YouTube page, and then you can always see what I'm doing on that as well. So I want to say thank you all to the callers that I had, even Marshall. I know you're listening out there. Next time you call in, sweetie, let's tone it down just a little bit. I do have all genres of people listening, and I do want to make sure it's a little bit more respectful. Not to say you did anything wrong. I just want to let you know how I run my show. Again, this is Miss Shawnta with Queen's Conversations. Your queen is here to stay. She's not going anywhere, but I will be back next Friday, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. I hope you're ready for me and have those questions, have those ideas, and thank you for listening to your girl. Peace out.
Easter is coming up, and I just can't wait to have the whole family in one place. And of course, what's Easter without an awesome Easter brunch? Now, I don't know about your family, but mine is a little picky, and I really wanted to impress them with something delicious. A friend told me I should check out Total Wine & More. It was crazy. They must have every wine, beer, and spirit imaginable. I told one of their friendly experts my situation, and they found me just the thing. This sparkling wine is going to be absolutely perfect for brunch, even with my picky family. I know next time I need something, I'm shopping at Total Wine & More.